this Red Bull. I got a head full. A nigga stressed out.
Let's get this bed full.
Sexual
I'm about to cry.
You so appealing. You a bad bitch. I'm a real nigga.
Damn.
Tell me that you love me. I tell you the same. That's a fucking shame. We both running game. I just want your pleasure. You just want my pain. I just want you all for me and you just want the same. Let's take a flight. Let's live this life. Let's get a hotel. Let's both spend the night.
All right.
Busy nigga.
You a busy girl.
It's a fast life.
You
We
living in this busy world.
We ain't
Don't
no
cry,
fast
y'all.
car.
Do not.
You ain't no fast
Do
car.
not.
Got your heart broke.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sabre.
I'm crying.
That's your name?
Yes.
That's your Swahili name?
Yes.
Oh, I'm Sean.
And this is
No Disclaimers Podcast.
All right. We had to bring in this episode with 4 in the morning by,
You fucking right.
you know who it is. Nipsey Hussle, a.k.a. Nipsey the Great, a.k.a. I didn't know he had that many a.k.a.s until now.
He just AK'd it.
Neighborhood Nip. I mean, so last week when we did the show, it was right before the news came out that he was gunned down in front of his store. Everybody knows the story at this point. Yada, do you want to share any feelings about it? I know that was one of your favorite rappers, you know, when he was alive.
Totally freaking like. This has been a rough week. I think it hit everybody like really hard. Like he hit like this hit, I don't think I've ever been this torn up about a celebrity death in my life.
Yeah.
And I just think that he had a presence about him and an energy and a movement about him that was so positive and so uplifting for Black people.
Yeah.
He was so grassroots. He was so hands-on in the community. He was all about, you know what I'm saying, building wealth in the community, giving back. And I think that that's why it's so hard for people to accept what happened. Yeah. And it's just like, there's literally, like, since it happened this entire past week, every single day, as soon as I get, like, a quiet moment, I'm just like, wow, this shit really happened, like, every single day.
Yeah. And I knew more, like, I didn't even listen to his music like that, but I seen a lot of his interviews more so I knew more about him than I knew about his music as far as, like, the stuff that he was doing and, like, the positivity he was speaking all the time. So I really could appreciate that. I mean, it's just the way he went out was just so foul. Absolutely. Sean, how was your feelings about the whole,
Yeah, I mean, super sad. I always think about kids. You know,
Facts.
I think about my little cousin. His father was gunned down when he was 3, so he don't remember him whatsoever.
Yep. Right.
And I was actually talking about this. I think yesterday or maybe earlier today. Like, it's super sad for his family, Lauren London, friends. But when his kids grow up and they can, you know, see how much of an impact that their father had, how huge, and he was. I know everyone's been saying this, but he was really like, you know, more than a rapper.
Yeah.
He was putting actions, you know, behind his words. He was really trying to teach others, you know.
That's what's so
and he
dope,
just, you know, spreading love to everybody, you know, spreading love to other celebs, regular people. He never thought he was above, like, I guess, the common man. Like, you know, a lot of people that, a lot of celebs you feel like you can't touch or have a conversation with. Like you said, I peeped a lot of his interviews. Just seemed like a real, like, humble dude. Wasn't in any drama. Like, I don't want to speak about you know what happened, but it's hard to see why someone would do that. I've had acquaintances, I've had friends in the past. I'm like, you know, when they got gunned down, I could say, well, you know. When you're in the streets, you know, sometimes you know the ball bounced both ways, but it's just it's super sad. He was my age, so when I think about it, like leaving out, like he had, I don't know, I just he had so much time left. I know people like, oh, it's your time to go all this. And I don't know.
And when you speak about, like, the kids and stuff like that and how, like, at such a young age they would lose their father by, like, violence and stuff like that, that was the same way that I lost my father at 6 months. He was shot by some hating-ass niggas or whatever like that. So I understand, like, the after effects of that, and I do, you know, my heart goes out to his children and Lauren London and everybody else that was close to him. However, okay, I do believe that there's more to it. Call it what you want. A lot of people think, oh, this conspiracy stuff is whatever. Some stuff is conspiracy theories and some things are conspiracy facts. A lot of stuff is just not adding up. Are y'all in the belief that this is just some hating nigga shit, or do y'all think that? Do y'all have any skepticism around?
Initially, it was kind of like, but I didn't really fall down that rabbit hole too much. And I feel like there's too many, people who were like, you know what I'm saying, like either direct witnesses or very close to him who have pretty much outlined this whole scenario and how this day went down. And I feel like it's kind of a reach a little bit. It's not to say that I would put anything past, you know what I'm saying, the government or anything like that. But I don't personally feel like that was the case in this situation, not now.
It's so hard because usually I don't care about rubbing people, the wrong way, but I really don't like to touch bases on it. It is funny because I know people have been killed for less, people have been killed for more, but when I hear the story, I'm like, that's what it took that man to take his life. Something don't feel like, that's a lot. That's a lot for me, but also I don't know. I don't like, no matter what it was, he killed another black man, and then that's an issue that we like. I know people who are like blame white people, and black people really have to start taking like accountability, like for like.
Well, I'm really not even with that, because it's like when you have a Dylan Roof or a situation where some white person is doing some heinous shit. You don't see the white community coming together saying we got to do better. Like this is a bad look on us. No, that's one crazy nigga. Like, why is it that when a black dude who is a known police informant, which means he works with the police, does some wild heinous nigga shit, and it's like we gotta apologize for that. That nigga does not represent us.
No, black people definitely. No, I don't. I hate when people say, "Well, we're not talking about white people. We're at the bottom of the totem pole. White people don't have to walk up that ladder that we have." Like, I don't care if white people kill their own. I don't care if Mexican people kill their own. I'm talking about what goes on in the black community.
So we have to take that as in something that represents us. We have to be apologize for that.
Should we never address it?
Well, it's not about being apologetic. It's more so about as a whole, as a community, we do have to kind of rally together. Like, come on, man, you didn't kill a fuck nigga. You didn't kill a nigga that was detrimental to the community or the cause. You killed one of our strongest soldiers, and it's like.
Yeah, and it's fucked up, but crime is going to happen in any community regardless of who you are, where you're from, and all of that. And I'm not justifying this situation at all. I'm just saying that I'm not apologizing for this, fuck nigga doing some fuck nigga shit.
Well, I mean, who are we apologizing?
No, I'm talking about apologizing, but you're
saying
thinking
stuff
that
like we got to do better and King.
I mean,
we do.
That's not a we thing,
that fact stands alone, completely separate from this incident. We do have
the week,
and that's true.
So you think other races are killing each other at the same rate? We're killing each other for the same reasons?
Hell yes.
Oh, okay.
Statistically speaking, yes. Because crime is about proximity.
That's
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the reasons why you're killing each other.
Is there statistics on the reasons people kill somebody?
Well, I would have to look into that, but I gotta go off my own, somewhat fact based, but not quite research substantiated opinion that niggas kind of do be some of the most butthurt motherfuckers you'll run into when it comes to situations like this. You got niggas out here killing Bamers for stepping on their foot at the club. And you know what I'm saying? When we say we got to do better, it's more like we as black people have to put more value on black lives than we have. And it's not to say go and kill other races, but I think in that split decision making, and it's not to say that other races don't go through that, but fuck them. I care about us.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, I think more thought needs to be put into these split second decisions, because once you make that choice and you jump off that ledge, it's no coming back.
Remember in 96, everybody was dying over like Eddie Bowers and stuff. Like people are like, white people are not killing each other over like coats.
That's systematic. Anytime people are in a system where you're economically deprived, that type of thing is going to happen. And then when it comes to, is that
going to be? I mean, how long are we going to be using that though?
Right.
But that's why we have to do things that Nipsey was preaching about ownership.
But that's
about changes. But that's the doing better.
Situation. That comes with the doing better. So we have to do better for our situation. So we're not in those circumstances to where you feel like you got to kill a nigga over an EB or over some J's or something like that. That's that's a part of, for me, I took it as that's a part of the doing
that though.
Better.
This is not off of some this doesn't make sense. This is off some I need a record deal type shit.
Well,
this is not it.
I feel like it was, and I feel like it had a lot to do with embarrassment too, because you got embarrassed off the fact that you brought your snitching ass around there, and niggas really don't want your snitching ass around there. So it's like you more embarrassed by the fact of getting called out for being a snitch than you are for actually being a snitch.
To me, that's really surface level when you look at the whole scheme of why I'm skeptical about the whole situation. It wasn't the fact that he killed him and the way that he killed him. It was about after the fact and how he was handled and how it took so long for them to put the make and model of his car out, even though there's surveillance cameras all over that street.
But that wasn't
how
his
that he was
car,
able
though.
to call. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because if it was another situation where they really wanted to find him and put him out there, they could have.
I mean, they found him immediately.
Right, they found him within 48 hours. I feel like that's honestly unrealistic because halftime you don't get that
minutes away.
So that's why I was saying I was skeptical. That's why I was agreeing.
Right, but let's be real here. He was somewhere they weren't expecting him to be at because you would expect a nigga like that to get the fuck low. You wouldn't expect him to be 20 minutes away.
You being fucking Nevada about it.
Listen, okay,
that's not good enough.
I feel like the fact that he ran over there and kicked that man in the head after he shot him let you know there was a personal vendetta because who the fuck is sticking around long enough to do some shit like that?
Unless you know you are protected. Unless you know that you have people having your back. I kind of agree
with both of y'all. I think that was like personal, but maybe, and I'm not, because I'm not trying
to
put that in.
There's always a possibility of it being staged.
But like, you catch a body, and you 20 minutes from the hood, like
there couldn't be both.
Get the fuck out of it?
There couldn't be both. You couldn't have a personal vendetta, and it couldn't have been some type of hired hit or
you got that much animosity in your heart that you felt like, nah, man, fuck that nigga. He said what he said, and you did that. But I feel like honestly, there's always the off chance. You know what I'm saying? Because he got niggas with him. Granted, he didn't have security with him, but his mans was with him. His business partner said he had just put the 40 up in the store.
This is just.
They said he was a known like hitman though.
Yeah.
Who his partner?
No,
the dude who
Eric Holder or whoever.
Yeah. It didn't even okay.
Which would explain why he was snitching.
And
exactly.
And that's why we telling niggas like all this shit like, and I'm not I don't know anything about the LA street life.
Right.
I'm not in the streets.
Right.
I've been close to the streets, but like all these niggas when you get hit with that time, like all these gangsters that people idolize, Frank Lucas, Rayful Edmonds, all these niggas end up snitching when they say 50, and you like hold up, niggas.
You want to see the bricks again. You're going to... Niggas be telling.
It's not like a rare thing.
So let me ask you this. What sense does it make? What good is it to be an informant, to risk your life and your reputation, to be a known police informant, which is usually done to prevent you having jail time, only to do a high-profile murder in broad daylight with no mask, no nothing, unless you know you have some type of protection.
Yeah, saying no, because ego is a powerful motherfucking drug right there. And that's let's be real here, because I feel like a lot of times
exceptions here.
That's not an exception. That's real. That's real, to be honest, because it's like, think about it. It was that he had that dog in super close proximity too. So it's like, okay, for somebody who in the position that you in and you snitching to beat time, but I'm saying if that's somebody who a known hitman too, so you gotta think he still got his pride about him too when it comes to the streets. Niggas who snitch don't want to come home and be known as a snitch. He wasn't parading that shit. He wasn't broadcasting it, but you also went in for some real shit and you came home real quick. So it's like niggas are like, where's your paperwork, nigga? Because we're not sold that you're not snitching.
I don't think he was a known informant. Nobody knew until it
he wasn't. That's what I'm saying. You're not broadcasting that.
From around there were saying that he was known in the hood for being an informant.
They were saying that, but why? And like I said, I do not know what's going on, so I hate to put like inaccurate information out there. But wasn't the argument that Nipsey was like, "Oh, you snitching," and he banned him? Like,
right? If he was
a known informant, why hasn't he been banned or like why hasn't the affiliation been ceased?
I feel like if it was really that well known, he would have known better than to come through there. To be honest, just off the strength, I don't feel like he would have came through there off the humble like shit was sweet. But you came around there like
because he was in that
crip
circle,
too, right? He was
in that circle. So if he was a known informant, if he was known, he wouldn't have been around there.
So why can't anybody answer why the fact that the getaway driver, she just said, I didn't know that there was a crime being committed. And they're like, okay, we believe you. All right, have a nice day. Since when does that happen? Mm-hmm. That doesn't seem like really weird.
No, they're going to put you in the mix because now you're accessory to murder. No,
that's another. That's just another.
But we don't know how that's going to
compounded-
pan out though. They just have they really
They
officially
just
said no
they had
charges are coming against.
activists. They said they had activists are what do you do? Whatever they're doing to protest her, to get charges drawn up against her.
Yeah.
Why does it take outside of law enforcement for that to happen? That
Sabrina,
sounds weird.
I agree with you. I think people are so fucked up over Nipsey dying, like they're not even thinking about these details. They're thinking like, you know,
because I'm just saying it's too many. If it was just one, maybe two, but it's too many things. Which brings me to Christopher Darden, who's represented him. How is he getting the money? First of all, how did he even get bail? How does that happen?
Yeah,
he's pleading not guilty.
No, because what is known is he is a felon. So
He's
how
a
do
felon.
you catch a body and get a bail? That does raise suspicion.
They got him.
Wasn't his bond like some real ridiculous stupid shit?
Like
though?
it was reduced.
It
It
was
was like
$5
from
million?
like 7 million to 5 million.
I thought it was like
something
it started out. I know it started out at like 17
then it was
million. And
then
some
it was
dumb shit.
reduced, and then then he got Chris Darden as his attorney, who is getting paid. It wasn't. I think it's been clear that he is getting paid from this.
So you wonder how's that being financed? So what do you think?
It's too many things.
Right, so
but what's that
to me,
man
it's like
money
you kind of like
situation,
tippy toeing around it. Okay.
So
what do you
here's the
think
thing.
happened?
So the reason, as far as why I think he was set up, or why I think this could possibly be a hit rather than just some hating ass nigga shit. I don't.
It's still hating no matter what.
Oh, it's hating no matter what. But
gotcha.
only I don't believe that this only just some
his ego got hurt and then he came to start.
I don't think that's just it. I think it's a little bit more than that. A lot of people was on the Dr. Sebi thing, and
it got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, because that's not even in production. So I don't think that I wasn't leaning towards that. And if they say, "Oh, it was about to drop" or something, then I don't know.
So what would it? So what is it then? Why would they want it?
I don't know. Other than the fact that he is owning a lot of property out there, he's encouraging black people. I mean, historically, any black people who have encouraged other black people to have ownership in their community and be sellers and not buyers, and having an entrepreneur mindset, they've always been like on some type of watch list or some type of surveillance, just be in the beginning of a Black American history time. But why the reason why specifically, I don't know what all he had in the works, because his people said that they had a meeting coming up with the government in LA or whatever
LAPD.
for whatever for gang stuff. But then his people was like, I mean, it was the gang stuff, but it was also some other stuff that they didn't want people to talk about yet. So I don't know, but I just know that it's not just this. I don't think that it's just this. I don't know what it is. I know that a lot of times with high profile crimes like this, details, like meaningful details, be like revealed over years.
Well, I would say we don't know what it is. We can think what it is, but we don't know for certain either direction. So I won't speak definitively on it.
Yeah, I'm not speaking
being able to validate.
I'm not speaking definitively on why I feel like he was hit. I just don't feel like this was only some a nigga in the neighborhood that was hating. I think that it was something else bigger. I haven't
dig deep into it because I feel like we'll never really know.
But I do. I think that it just will take years, but by that time it won't matter.
I feel like people have fallen completely down a bottomless rabbit hole with this situation, and it's getting a lot of people out of touch with reality though, because I think that I can understand and I can appreciate feeling like, okay, well, certain details will make you lean one direction or another direction, but I feel like at the same time you still got to apply some degree of logic to it, and I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about in general.
Well, yeah,
it's gotten a little bit ridiculous.
Well, yeah, because you got some people that's on it talking about, oh, look at the Google search, they already had Nipsey Hussle dying back in February. Like
how many other celebrities have they killed off who weren't dead?
That's
all they're going to do is to say The Simpsons predicted this.
Right, let's not. I'm not on that at all. And I think that a lot of people who can think logically is not on that
quick,
at
though,
all.
The Simpsons do be predicting some wild shit. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, no bullshit. Like, that shit don't make no sense how like, that shit is a little bit creepy. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah.
But I think that, I think some people have completely gone off the deep end, and then some people are more, because some people don't think that there has to be logic behind conspiracies. And I'm like, sweetheart, that's what gives them credibility. You can't just jump out the window with some shit.
But what I will say and this has been documented, they will take, I think Malcolm X said this, I can't say it verbatim, but they will take one of our own to kill somebody else to
For
make it look
sure.
like
Oh, they
it's,
will
you
find
know.
any little $2 nigga available to
Right.
fucking
Look at-
snitch and
look
clean
what-
himself
Look what
up.
they did to Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Like, look what they did to the
infiltrated
Black
from within.
But I feel like
to
that's
the Black
super.
Panther Party. Like,
It's just the
don't take-
convenience of it is what gives people the skepticism, just off the strength that, like, think about how this panned out. They say this man don't go nowhere without security. His man just came home from doing a 20-year bid. He decides to hop up, shoot up to the store real quick, get him some shit so he could be fly when he go see his family. Didn't tell his security, like, off the humble. And it's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I can see both sides of the spectrum for this one. So I kind of just, I focus more so on just like his memory more than the details. I feel like we never really gonna sort it out, and I upset myself.
Because now it's a game. It's like a game of Clue.
But it always
like,
is when these things happen.
But you know why it's important to just not let it slide? And I'm saying this because that we have so many other Nipseys in our community that if something happens to them, we need to know what is going on and how things like this is being approached so that we can learn to avoid them or try to look at other ways to watch out for them in the future. Like if we see how they move, then we can say, okay, let's pinpoint how this happened with Nipsey or how this happened
But how
with
will we avoid this though? Because I mean, look at a situation like this and how off the humble this happened. So let's just say this is what it was. You know, like look at how this happened. How do you avoid something like that?
Because people out, other people who live their life in the lines of in the guise of how Nipsey lived his, they're going to look at this. Okay, how were they able to do this? What were they able to do? What happened? Okay, he left without his security, even though it was real quick. Okay, I won't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to know or to kind of have an idea of how the enemy will attack you to avoid the same thing happening.
I honestly, maybe because I'm not in that life, and I'm not saying Nipsey was in that life, I don't think anybody wakes up and be like, yo, you know, today is my day to go.
No,
so they're taking like every precaution, possible. Like y'all just said, nigga, his man just came home. Shit, I want to get this nigga right.
Right.
And that was some really out of the blue type of situation. Right. So I don't feel like it's really, I mean, like, of course you want to take as many precautions as possible. I just feel like this type of thing, I don't feel like it's really something that could be avoided, to be honest. Like, because if it's an inside situation, they'll always have the upper hand to manipulate scenarios to work in their favor.
Well, I would damn sure try. And I would want to know all the play-by-play of how it happened to someone else so I could avoid it. And I think the other people who move similar to him is going to look at the situation and be like, okay, I don't care if I'm going just to 7-Eleven, I'm bringing my folks with me.
I just don't think we'll ever get that. Like that level of detail. And I hate to be the pessimist, but I just really feel like we're not going to get that. I feel like it's going to be one of those scenarios where we have a what if in the back of our mind or what really happened, and we're constantly it's going to be something that we question in the back of our heads. I don't really feel like we're going to get that information, because why would they reveal it? Why would they allow it to be revealed?
That even the whole that's what I mean by it reveals itself in years, but by that time it doesn't matter, because
you might have lost 10 more Nipseys by then.
Okay, but the way Dr. King was assassinated, we found out details over the years. The way Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, we found out how they were assassinated as the years went on. More details evolved based on.
But those were more. I think those were a little more clear cut from the beginning, though. Not to say that it wasn't. It was a lot more clear cut from the beginning than this was. They were blatant assassinations, though, versus this, which is kind of like, okay, did he get assassinated, or did a nigga really just be mad?
To some people, it does look like a blatant assassination.
I feel like, but I mean, honestly, but yeah, for some them, people, but that's a lot of it's a strong.
And niggas say in a notorious hood, you just come up here and like that's kind of like crazy.
But you gotta think of who he was too, though. He wasn't just he was from that notorious hood, though.
Yeah.
So he wasn't. I could see if he was an outsider. I could see if he was an alias ass nigga. And maybe I'm playing devil's advocate, but I mean, it's like I just can see it from both sides of the spectrum. So I see if he was an alias ass nigga, but he was from that hood. The nigga was Crip, just like Nip was. He, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, but if you trying to play it off like everything cool and you not a snitch, you would be in that hood. Now, if it was known, maybe not so much.
And like I said, that it wasn't the acting itself that, to me, revealed a lot of it being revealed a lot for me to be skeptical. It was about how it was handled after the fact. So, like I said, a lot of this stuff, a lot of these details are, brought out and brought to light after the fact many times, in many cases. So we'll see The case is, I guess, soon to come about. His memorial service is coming up. It's going to be, I want to say, at the Staples Center.
Yeah, on Thursday.
That's crazy.
Last person to have a memorial service is Michael Jackson.
That's crazy. That's going to be...
I think that's one of the most heartbreaking situations. Yeah. The circumstances of it all is the fact that it really took this for this to happen. And it's like, it's the only... And it's going to sound weird, though, because, of course, I would never have wanted him to lose his life. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's like to see what type of energy it's brought about, and I hope it's consistent because people love to do the pump faking right after somebody died.
And a week later,
exactly.
You a dirty bitch.
I would love to see this energy maintained, but if it is, then it means that his death wasn't in vain, and I think that that's like one of the biggest things for me. Is because I was one of those people who, of course, Nipsey was fine. You know what I'm saying? He's been my screensaver for God knows something. But I always felt like his mind state was so bomb. He was one of those people who I always felt like I would love to sit down and chop it up with. Just pick their brain, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know what I'm saying? Because he just had such a good position, a good stance on so many different issues. Yeah. So.
It's definitely changed my state of mind. Like.
Hold up. You gotta take that?
Yeah.
All right.
It's definitely changed my, state of mind. Like.
Hello?
Yeah. Hold on, y'all. Let's pause this real quick. Y'all just gotta take a phone call.
Yeah, what's up? This is she.
That's how you know it's really real. But no, like I said,
okay, what's the number?
So, rest in peace to Nip. Did you hear about what Kodak Black said online in his Insta Live?
Wait, right?
No, we live, baby. Okay. We live. Only because I don't know how to pause it and keep it together.
I'm sorry.
So I apologize to the listeners real quick.
Thank you. All right.
Kodak is
so Kodak Black. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm gonna.
Okay. So Kodak Black, young Florida nigga.
Youngster, don't even put that on the state of Florida. Just call him young stupid nigga.
No, you gotta put everything on Florida. Florida's just a fucked up state.
You're right. Never mind.
He is a young black man from Florida with a lot of inner black hate. Very good rapper. I will say I enjoy his music. I would say he's a very good rapper. I fuck with his music.
I'm not going. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
I would leave the very off. I would just say good, but not the very.
Okay, so let me say this. I think that some of his not every single song is like, I guess phenomenal lyrics, but you got some songs where you're like, oh shit, he's spitting. Yeah. But let me say this, very good, I guess, rap
he's
music
a good storyteller.
Maker. He makes good music.
He makes relatable music.
He makes very good music.
Who come from like the mud.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yes. Yeah. So he made some comments on his Insta Live, which I think got misconstrued a lot because, okay, so let me say, so he basically implied that.
Did you just quit, nigga?
He kind of shot a shot at Lauren London.
2-minute notice.
But you know how but in this headline culture, they took it as he was shooting his shot and disrespecting Nipsey Hussle by what he said.
As smart as you are, Sabrina.
Okay.
As smart as you are,
yes.
How the fuck was that misconstrued?
Well,
why even speak on it?
I don't think that. I think
both can be true.
I don't think that I don't think he was intentionally being recorded though. First of all, so I feel like was that on purpose.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I knew somebody was recording, but I saw him talking, but it didn't look like he was talking to the person. I watched the whole
Insta Live.
It didn't look like he was talking to the person who was recording. It looked like he was having his own little sidebar.
He had his phone propped up, and then he was like,
"Oh, I thought somebody told that, but I didn't pay attention to that detail."
Yeah, I watched the whole live so I can get everything into context because I didn't want to just see that clip portion.
I could see how she could understand why I could see we talked about this earlier about it being.
Well, what was that?
Well, you weren't here yet, so I think that when Sabre says it was misconstrued, it's more so like Kodak doesn't really have the. He doesn't articulate things well.
He can articulate when he rapping?
Yeah, but it's a lot of people can and they can't hold a fucking sentence together. Yeah, Mayweather can articulate when he boxing, but he can't fucking read.
He's not talking while he boxing.
He's like, yeah, you want this smoke? But them interviews But no, what I'm saying is I don't think that he's very skillful. And it's not to justify it because it's disrespectful at the end of the day.
That sounds like what y'all are doing.
No, it's
not unexcusable.
But I feel like for him as a person, it's not making an excuse. It's more so like this is my logic on why he did it. I think that he doesn't do well articulating his actual points. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he really I don't think that he necessarily like, man, fuck that nigga, man. What's up with your shorty type shit? But he just comes off like that because he don't know how to say what he's trying to say.
I understand that. It's still ignorant.
Oh no,
even though we're like,
so absolutely.
So this is what I don't get. Like, even if you don't know Nip, this and that, it's just a certain level of respect that you should have. Even if he lacks it, that doesn't mean to me that you should not address it or correct him for that. 100%. I just think like who Nipsey is, and with any man, you know what I'm saying? This man just passed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Why even make that comment? And look, honestly, if it's in-house conversation and you just, even though it's not cool, that's in-house. Right. He knew he was being recorded.
Yeah, that was.
So that's the thing. Like, you know, this is going to go out to like the masses.
I don't think
like,
he has that coof that lets him know that certain things are just really not okay. I don't think he has that filter in him that says, you know what, maybe not say that.
Kodak get wild on his lives. I will say that. And what he said about Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle is inexcusable. Is it unexcusable?
It's inexcusable.
All right, inexcusable.
Look, he was ready like shit. It is
ready like shit, boy. I don't.
But it's like think about his commentary towards Young M.A.
Kodak Bray, go ahead, continue.
That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at. He was just off of his Young M.A. shit, and he said some other wild shit before. But what he was saying in the live, and what he did not articulate well, and what he should not have said, basically was.
You just gave him 3 strikes. You're out. I mean,
no, but we having a conversation about it. See, that's the thing. We can kill shit and we can kill people for saying shit, but can we not understand the nuance of what was going on?
We can still discuss it. Like,
no.
Yeah. Yes. Because everything is not all cut and dry, like black and white.
It is. No,
there's shades of grays and stuff.
But it's not always. It's
not always cut and dry in this circumstance. Yes.
No.
Do you think you think he had ill will when he said what he said?
Even when he tried to correct himself, I said, okay, he took time to correct himself. Oh, and you still got it fucking wrong.
Okay, listen.
He said,
I
said what I said and what.
Because he dumb as shit.
This is what he was trying to say. He was saying how he saw how Nipsey was getting so much love and respect and admiration after his death. And he was basically saying, I want to get on that shit too. Basically, with the effect that he had on the people, he wanted to go out with the people loving him that way. So he wants to do more because of Nipsey and because he felt like Lauren London is bad. Maybe if I do all that stuff, she might see me. Look, hold on, let me finish. So let me. I'm going to do all of these things for my community. Maybe she'll say, "Oh, he remind me of Nip because she is bad," which that's where he fucked up at. Because it's just too soon, and even his partners behind him.
Nigga said he was gonna give her 1 to 3 years to grieve, and then
that was disrespectful as fuck. That was disrespectful as fuck. But look, then he was like, so he said that, and the people behind was like, "Come on, that's too soon. That's too soon." And so he was just like, "I'm just saying," because he don't give a fuck, I guess. And so that's where he crossed the line. When he mentioned Lauren London. But the sentiment he was trying to come across is like, damn, I got to do more for my community. So
I don't think anybody cared about that part. It was literally just the part where he was like, hey, I'm going to give her 1 to 3 years.
But
that nigga, I saw that. That nigga, that wasn't his intent that I got to do more for my community. How the fuck did you get that from?
He said that.
Because y'all was riding with you until you said that shit. She said, hold on, somewhere I was riding with you. Okay, gotcha.
He legit said that.
Okay, got you. Cool. So he wanted to be the nigga that Nipsey was so... In 3 years,
so that he can get Lauren London.
Yeah. That's what. Next topic. Go ahead.
And he did say, he also said that when he go out, he want to get that type of love and respect as well.
Yeah, and then you went and did something that will pretty much guarantee. No, then you went and did something that pretty much guarantees you'll never get that love because you already canceled while he's still alive, nigga. What the fuck?
And that's another thing too. I see all these motherfucking coon ass stations talking about they banning his music, and I just want to say something to you motherfuckers out there.
Nah, fuck that.
Who y'all know when it's a black person who fuck up, y'all know exactly how to cut them off at the head. Y'all know exactly how to punish them. But when a white person do something or disrespect our culture or disrespect us, you're like, I don't know what we can do.
I think they just riding with Nipsey. Like, nah, we're not.
Those stations don't play white people music.
These aren't white stations. They don't ride with him because they feel like he disrespected Nip in his memory. So they're like, fuck you, we ride with him.
You got a station in LA? What music? What pop music they're playing? They're playing that white artist.
It could be in another way as well. It could be when Post Malone said some wild shit.
You love bringing up this nigga Post Malone.
When he said some wild shit about the culture. Oh, well, what we got to do?
They basically made it very blatant that we're riding with Nipsey and not you.
Did Post Malone say he was going to... funny in the light. That's all I'm saying.
I gotta not agree with that one because I feel like
that's fine.
I feel like they chose. These are LA, but these are LA stations though. So you gotta think it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't 95.5. It was fucking Power 106 is a LA station. Like, hey, we ride with Nipsey. Right. We support Nipsey. We can't fuck with you because you disrespected that man a week after he did. This is what you do. But what I will say is one thing that did cause a little controversy, a little rumble in the jungle was the Game went on this little rampage or whatever. Thank you. He went on a little rampage and like, yeah, keep Nipsey fucking name out your mouth and then keep Lauren Leonard fucking name out your mouth. And it's you talking about disrespect. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying? You literally just pulled the same maneuver with Joe Budden and his wife. But I guess it's not disrespect because
Kanye and Kim too.
Kanye and Kim too. But I guess it's because these niggas are still alive. It doesn't amount as disrespect. Like I feel like if I gotta die for you to respect me, you can keep that shit. Respect me now. Respect me when I'm in the ground. But it's like, it doesn't make it okay. Like, you're doing the same fuck shit.
Everybody know Game ain't nothing but a clout chasing hoe.
Right. But that's why I'm like, you're the last person that needs to comment on this situation. I know you felt fucked up about Nip. Don't get me wrong. I totally get that, and I respect that we all did. But you the last nigga that need to comment on somebody showing respect for a nigga and this girl with all the old pussy you speaking on out of nowhere to stay relevant with your goofy ass. At all.
No. But he had a tongue ring, so.
Yeah, fuck him.
This is a nigga who just posts dick prints all day. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
But no, what? And I'm sorry. I know men have to be held accountable. I feel like sometimes women don't hold men accountable if they think they're attractive or they're super rich. Like, y'all got to cancel these niggas too.
Yeah, that ain't no problem.
No,
that ain't no problem.
my list of canceled black people.
But Sabrina not going to cancel. If you black, she not going to cancel you.
It doesn't matter what you do.
You go, yeah.
No, that's not
you
true.
can run up at Ebenezer and kill 50 niggas. She gonna be like,
I'm be like white supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the blame goes.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I thought we was isolating these individual niggas. That's one crazy nigga. Like why you can't
because of white supremacy.
When she let Kanye rock, that's when I knew she was tripping.
Yeah, got you. Good.
I'm not. My list of canceled black people is very short.
I know,
but I'm running out of paper for these crackers. Okay,
she didn't even cancel Charlamagne. He said he's
when were they even on? Like
what?
When was the white people on to even be canceled by you? That's what I'm trying to figure. I don't have to cancel you if you was never on.
It don't matter.
Some of these niggas
if you black, you good in some Bray book.
Man, fuck that. My book read a little bit different. Anybody can go. Anybody can go.
I have way more. I have leeway.
I'm not giving you
my
motherfuckers no slack.
Gotcha.
They could go too. Fuck my family. It's like
no, that's
only people who really got that leeway is my kids, and even them, I don't know. That first jump, I don't know.
I can't.
Second jump, we cool. That first jump,
So Lil Duval posted something about that recently. He was saying how like parents fuck up on their first kid or something like that.
Had a good do over, baby. It's like
I fucked up with. I was talking to my dad and he was talking with my cousin. He didn't realize he had his child so early. I was like, yo, I had not as anyway.
Hey, wow, chill off me.
But I wasn't. I definitely wasn't the ideal father I was when I had SJ. I was immature. I was young. I didn't have my priority. I didn't have my ducks in a row.
Absolutely.
So now it's like I always sometimes feel like it's kind of like an injustice to SJ. Even though I'm that father that he needs. I'm not the same dad at Bino's age when SJ was his age.
Right.
It's different, but
I also think that you got it out the mud with him, and I think he'll appreciate that. And that's one thing that I feel like a lot of people don't think about. You know what I'm saying? You feel like, oh, I wasn't this person or that person, but you got out the mud with them kids, and it's a learning process. No matter what age you are, nobody is ever. I don't care how many books you read or how prepared you think you are. You're never prepared to be a parent
for something that you've never experienced.
Exactly. Yeah. It's you know what I'm saying. There's no real.
It's a job you can't quit. It's no days off. For some of you niggas, y'all be having a lot of
months off. Hey, look, man, I be getting some days off. Fuck that shit.
No, I mean, like, no, you get days off, but if they need you, you're gonna be there, even
absolutely.
on your days
and
off.
it doesn't cut off when they turn 18. So let's be real, like
shit, my parents still look out for me. I'm gonna keep it all the way buck. And it's
I'm
not necessarily like financially.
No, I'm not. You're supposed to. You don't
Yeah.
never stop being your parent's child. Like I'm not gonna do that with my kids when they get of age. Like I'm still mom. I'm still here. I'm gonna hold you down. Like you're supposed to be able to count on me. You don't just stop learning from me.
When I can't get the boys from school, hey dad, you need me to get the boys? Yeah. he already know. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and I feel like that too. And I feel like, especially for Black women, we have one like little pocket of, I guess, nurturing spirit for a fuck nigga in the world. And I feel like Kodak is holding that spot right now just because we're nurturers. I forgive him.
How the fuck did we get back to him?
No, you're holding that spot for him. He
forgive
can
him.
honestly suck these fortune cookie nuts.
And-
What has he? Okay, so look, all right, some
And
niggas
he
fuck
has
up.
to be
What has he
checked.
done for the community that even like to me, if you
He's
get some type of leeway?
He growing. He
Growing
gets
some type of-
some
we
nappy
always
ass head.
every Black woman has a pocket in their heart for one fuck nigga in the world.
Let me just be the one to tell you, you are wasting your pocket, baby. Give your
No,
pocket
he
to
will
somebody
grow.
else.
You gave it to Kanye. You already got it.
Give your
Kanye.
pocket to somebody
He in
else.
there.
I'm
How
sorry.
many pockets do you have? Are these
Cargo
cargo
pants?
pants? Like I was about to say. The
You got on some Buddy Lee jeans like shit. You wild as shit. Those Bugle Boy jeans you wearing like shit. All them fucking pockets. I'm sorry. I'm not giving my pocket to him. Kodak Black can suck these fortune cookie nuts and read your future home. Fuck out of here. I don't
needs to
feel
be
bad
checked.
for you.
He
Kanye
needs to
gave
be
us college
corrected.
dropout, so he gets more like leeway than fucking like Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying?
Remember. He can have that. I'm sorry. I don't need that. I don't do this in my everyday
I'm just
life.
fucking with y'all,
I'm-
but no.
yeah, I'm-
Yeah,
And that was
you remember
better
Kodak
than the
Black
fucking-
said? What did he say about Black women?
Oh, he said he don't want a dark skinned woman because he think he's
Ain't you
ugly.
dark skinned?
Yeah, I'm dark skinned.
Yeah, he don't even fuck with you, and you fucking with him.
Right.
Well-
And he is ugly. That's the thing. He's absolutely ugly. He's right in his justification of himself. He is ugly, but
Because of the system of white
it's not
supremacy
because he's
that
dark.
we
It's
live
because he
in.
don't look good.
Because of the system that we live in, it is teaching us that the darker you are, the worse you look. And he is not the only one that has grown up with that idea in their mind.
No, he not, and that
So-
sucks. But
So
his
you want
face
your
is
Marlon
actually just ugly. It's not even. I actually like dark skinned niggas, but
Me
his
too.
face is just fucking some cut.
No,
Though. It's
he's
not
ugly.
about you. Being, you was like you would still be ugly, man.
And so if he hates
wrong
the
with
way
brown
he
skin niggas?
looks,
I like them
I
too.
like- yeah.
I don't like light skinned niggas.
you know what? I don't discriminate all the way, but I do have a preference, and my preference is darker skinned men.
I don't.
Why
I'm
is
not,
that? And I'm just asking. I don't get into that.
I don't know.
Is it because you're dark skinned too?
Because they be so
No.
almondsy.
Do y'all
and
do y'all
chocolatey?
think dark skinned men are more masculine than
No.
light? Okay, because I know that's the fear.
Well-
No. So
I feel like
like
light skinned niggas
well,
be having
women think
prettier
dark skinned
features. Like,
dark skinned men are like warriors. They can fight.
let me
They
say
got,
Mandingo.
they got 15,000 inches dicks. You know what I'm saying?
No, No. So
Well,
let me speak to that.
like
So-
the dark skinned man is like the alpha male. Like
So I would say that it is a common misconception. It's a lot of times it's true, and a lot of times it's not. It's not all encompassing at all. However,
true. A lot of time. Which one is?
it's both. A lot of times it can be true, but a
Okay.
lot of times it cannot be
Okay.
true. I'm not saying that one is more so than the other. I'm just saying. But here's the thing: with it goes up to upbringing, and it's the same. It's very similar for dark skinned women as well. When like darker skinned men grow up with a different view on life than light skinned men growing up, and so that kind of can shape your way of thinking and maybe the emotions that you are able to have and share, and the way that you look at yourself and the way that you feel about yourself based on society and what they say or what they think about you.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the lightest complected dudes tend to be more in tune with their feelings and their appearances because of how they were brought
I
up.
feeling like light skinned dudes be like prettier, and I mean that in like I'm not about to battle you for the mirror, nigga. No, it's only room for one pretty bitch
But why?
in my relationship.
Because when they growing up, oh my God, he's so cute. Look at his little soul.
yeah, I'm not battling you for the mirror, nigga. Fuck that. It's only room for one pretty bitch in my relationships, and it's me.
But I mean, could you say, Would you be? And then a lot of times, you know, if you have with siblings who one is darker, one is lighter, the lighter one gets treated a little differently according to that too.
I can agree and disagree with that because I actually got the opposite. I am, outside of my younger 3 siblings whose mom is like some other shit, me and all of my adult siblings, I'm actually the lightest complected out of all of them. And I have 3 older brothers and 2 older sisters, and then 1 younger brother that's an adult. So all of us, I'm the lightest one of all. I probably got like the worst fucking treatment out of all of them. Like, and I would say this: when my parents had me and my other 3 siblings, they have together. Like my parents have 2 boys and 2 girls together. My older sister is brown skin. She's 2 years older than me. I was actually kind of the one who got left out of a lot of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
she was the one who they was always picking up and kissing and loving on, and I was kind of the one who got neglected.
Would you say that is the exception, or would you say that is what is common?
I mean,
when it comes to colorism in the black community,
I think there's exception.
It's probably an exception, but I mean, I just have to attest to what I experienced.
I got you. So, I got you.
I definitely get that.
I mean, just like I didn't get shitted on because I was dark skinned in my family either, but I know what the reality is in, you know, majority, a lot of these situations where there is colorism in the family.
Yeah, I've mentioned this before, but like when I went out with the boys, Bino definitely gets more attention, you know what I'm saying? Then they be like, oh no, they be like, oh man, he's so cute. He's like, well, both of your boys are cute. I'm like, well, first of all, I know my oldest is cute because he looked like me and I always got bitches. You know what I'm saying?
But then with them too, they also have a big age gap too, so that might play a role in that. I think it might be a little bit of both.
No, but
like SJ's at an age where I'm not about to be like, oh my God, SJ, you're so cute. You're probably gonna be like, shut up. But like Bino's so little, so it's like, oh my God, you're so cute, you're so little.
But what's so crazy? So when I cut his hair, I've heard people say like, oh man, why you cut his hair? He just looked like a regular kid. I was like, he was a regular kid when he had his hair. Like, what the fuck?
No, he was a samurai.
Because it makes him look more exotic.
No, he was a samurai when he had his fucking hair. He was a geisha.
Which is to a lot of black people, when you look more exotic, that makes a lot of people think that that's a better or more appealing.
But we talk about this. Yeah. What's more exotic than Africa?
It's about the European standard of beauty that we have been conditioned to think.
But you cut his hair. His hair ain't exotic. That
they
shit
like
nigger.
That racial.
You see that shit at the
No, it's not. His hair is very straight weight / weight.
They like that racial ambiguity. Yeah, he definitely has like a very blunt.
Come on now.
Like his joint don't.
You cut his hair down.
His cut don't look like your cut, nigga. The nigga leave my ass.
You talking about the tangle part or this?
Yeah, that's
tangle. Yes, but come on.
Anybody's hair can tangle. Stop reaching.
I don't know. Like, okay. Because SJ hair is not like that. You cut his hair. SJ's hair it's not nappy.
No, but nappy is not negative either. It's just not.
Bino's hair just cannot possibly be that. Like
Bino's.
Have you tried to tangle that motherfucker out and get him out of the back?
Oh, that's a boy with
tangle
long hair.
Or beady. It's never going to be beady. He's never going to be that.
Honestly, I'm not a woman. I'm not a hairstyle. If I can't comb through it, it fits all in the nappy section to me.
That's just like having some straight hair tracks where you just keep going like this. It'll get tangled.
It's like bitches who don't break out the paddle brush for that pack hair. It's going to get tangled eventually. So Bino just got pack hair. That's all.
Yeah, that's all. But
pack hair, that's bush. That's bush hair. What's that?
That's that beauty supply store.
His shit. $12.99. I still got his hair. That shit ain't
right. I'm supposed to be making a bob out of it. Give me my wefts, nigga. What the fuck? I'm trying to make some wefts.
Did y'all see that Jeff Bezos divorced his wife being the richest woman?
Ain't that what you said?
I was
like, what the fuck was
that? Yeah, I was like, what the
I was driving.
First of all, stop. I hate when...
I was at a light.
Don't drive it. No, the fuck you wasn't. I wasn't going to believe him. No, seriously.
I was at a light.
Seriously. If you are drinking, do not drive. If you are texting, do not.
If you're texting, don't drive. If you're driving, don't text.
Because it only takes split seconds, like 100.
I know.
Okay, y'all think I'm
in my defense, I be one hand in that junk because I got the little Uber clip that go in the. I don't drive Uber, fuck y'all, but I got the Uber clip that go in the windshield. Yeah. So I be hitting them with the doot 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 when I hit them lights.
Your whole focus should be on driving. It should be on.
I said when I hit them lights, I don't have to put it in my hand. I can just do while I still got a hand on the wheel. But no, I'm not.
I've rode with you plenty of times. I know you got the.
Yeah,
I got
don't
you.
disrespect me. I just got a new one. I just got a new one yesterday because that joint broke.
I'm just saying, even if you glance at your phone once, bam, like you've like probably like covered.
You.
Okay, you're not.
Yes,
everybody's car doesn't get smart with people like your car does. You text Sean while he driving his car, be like, I'm driving. Smart mouth ass fucking phone. That junk, I'm driving. It send a little emoji and everything. I'm driving, bitch. Stop fucking playing with me.
I know, all in green.
And I feel like you can cut that shit off, but you choose not to.
No, it's not on it no more. Because I got a new phone. I guess like the settings that I had, which when I got a new phone, it doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, God bless her.
Yeah. Well, so with Jeff Bezos making his ex-wife the richest woman in the world, do y'all think that's fair? Like,
absolutely.
I think, and only because she been there from the get-go.
She didn't
start getting. She didn't start like.
Oh, by the way, he's still the richest man in the world. Ain't that shit crazy?
Exactly what she deserves.
So that
anytime you could give up half and still be the richest man in the world.
No, he didn't give up half. I think she got $35 billion, which is honestly super crazy. But his network, I don't want to. I think he's like 165 or some shit.
Either way, it was absolutely justified. Because she got it out the mud with
get these women like. When niggas be talking about, oh, man, you don't deserve half this and that.
And she's been married to him for how long? What, 20, 25 years, something like that?
That kids, yeah. And it don't hurt. Look, and it does not hurt him. Like you said, he's still the richest man.
I still feel like, in general, like, I don't think that you deserve half just because you were married for a long time. I do think that you deserve a lot. You should be taken care of. Yeah. I feel like you should be taken care of.
Aren't you a unit when you get married? Aren't you one?
Do you think that a man of his caliber wanted his wife to work or have a career or any of those things? I feel like when you change a woman's life like that and you limit her ability to
No, she's
but to demand
what I'm saying,
based on what?
But based on community property, nigga, the fuck. If my whole lifestyle, because you got to think, with a nigga like that, you get it out the mud with that dude 10 times. Whatever you're doing, even if you are working to some capacity, it's not. You've accustomed her to a lifestyle for her whole life that you know what I'm saying, based off of what you what y'all built together. To be honest, I feel like you ain't with no woman for that long. You just built a completely separate business with no input and no help from her whatsoever. But she raised your children, nigga. You decide you want to fuck somebody else and leave, and bitch, bye.
But can't you do both? Can't you not give up half of what you worked for and make sure she doesn't have to work and is taken care of and all of these things where?
But it wasn't half, right? I'm
speaking in general.
But typical community property is half. And
depends on what state you are in.
Whatever. When you're splitting assets, these are assets. They're marital assets. Everything acquired during a marriage is a marital asset.
That's wild. That's wild.
We got it together.
Would y'all sign a prenup?
I mean, not for my fucking salary now. Like the fuck, I don't want your PS4, bitch.
I've never had that much money. But if me and my wife divorced after a certain amount of years, we've had kids together. You've been like basically like a resource, because I feel like every strong man, no matter what race you are, men don't listen to men. Men listen to women. Yeah. So you listening to I think like Barack, like, hey, Michelle, what you think about this? Why not? You gotta. What's gonna hurt you? You got $167 billion.
Yeah.
You give up $100 billion, you still might be like the third richest man in the world. Like,
I just be feeling like men will put you in, and maybe that's not the case with her, but a lot of times these really filthy rich men, they start out in these situations. You marry your childhood sweetheart or something, and you have a dollar and a dream, and she backs you and she supports you, and she raises those kids for you, and she puts her life on hold to support your dream. And then when you make it and you decide you want to do X, Y, and Z with whoever after she didn't put 20 years in it.
He was probably doing it. Niggas just don't stop.
I get you, but I would sign a prenup. I mean, there are different clauses in a prenup.
Oh no, absolutely.
You would sign it. I think you would be, because it's different for men and women, and this is a double standard. I agree with. Like, I don't think you should be like taking care of a man. Take care of that woman. This is different. I know, and this is coming from like a man. Like, what?
Even if he's the rich one,
but
I would sign it. I would have clauses in there that I would be okay with, but like. I would do it.
But men like that typically want those women to stay home.
So if you was Jeff Bezos' wife, right?
Yeah.
How much do you think that you... we split up. He cheats.
Was this the case that he cheated on her?
Yeah, he cheated
on her like shit.
Okay, yeah.
That's why she left.
So what do you say? Oh, no, I wasn't with you from the... Give me $300,000.
No, that in that case, they didn't sign. They didn't have any prenups.
But that's what would be fair?
Yeah,
if not half, what would be fair?
Well, I don't know. I don't even speak in those
if you
number
say,
terms.
But that's the thing is,
know.
if you say it's not fair, you gotta come up with something.
I have that is way beyond my level of understanding of.
It's all of us. We don't got
But I'm saying I don't even know. Now you talk about a couple M's, maybe even 100 mil, like something like that.
But you know what's interesting? A lot of these dudes who get it out the mud with their wives, like she didn't come into this when you was knee deep. You started this since y'all been married. A lot of them end up being like them fucking waiting to exhale situations. I was your lover and your secretary. I did all these things for you to help you build, and now that you on, you want to feel like, oh, you gonna cheat me out of this? Like, nah, fuck that.
Maybe I'm coming from the mindset of I'm not dating someone at this point who is like, we not about to be in the mud together. That's just So I need an already made nigga. I'm sorry.
But see, my thing is already made. But you support entrepreneurship though. What if he not that entrepreneur yet? What if he been what if he been putting in this 9-to-5 bid to stack this bread to finance his business so he don't have to go through loans? And so y'all get together and he like, all right, I got this dream. I want to do this, this, and this. But do you think you can handle this part or whatever? And you like, okay, cool. And you put your work into it and he put his work into it and he take that money he didn't save from the last decade of working for somebody else and make it his own business, because everybody doesn't just fall into entrepreneurship. And honestly, debt-free entrepreneurship is really like the smartest way to go if you can. It's not always possible most of the time, but if you can. So I'm like, I wouldn't knock a nigga. If you want to take a business venture, you have skills to fall back on. So it's like, okay, yeah, you got a master's degree. You've been doing this corporate wheeling and dealing for XYZ, but you want to take this business venture. Worst case scenario, it's not like you can't go back to what you did and still make a coin. But it can happen. Everybody's business ain't gonna be started right now. So, bro, you 27. Like, I could see if you was like 40, then it's like, oh, bitch, no, we're not starting a business at fucking 40.
You think I'm dating somebody at 20? That's 27.
Oh my God.
28, 29, or 30.
I forgot you like 64-year-old niggas. Fuck?
Like, I go to the gas station to get like dick hard pills. Like.
Dick hard pills. Look at that ginseng. Stay hard.
Hey, we gotta start with the BP right now. Let me get that golden dragon.
Right. Not going in there to get a fucking Red Bull. The Red Bull is a cover. He has pills in his pocket, Sabre. He has pills in his pocket.
It take 30 minutes to kick in, so he trying to watch Netflix before you ready to go.
Now you want to go to McDonald's and shit. Like, McDonald's. It's 64 cars in line. We got time.
Keep talking to old niggas.
Good one.
Right. I hope you know the signs of a stroke.
I'm learning.
Hey, can you give me a haircut? I just need a 1. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha.
I'm learning the signs of a stroke, and I'm learning CPR, and what else I need to. I'm getting certified in all of that stuff, so I can give me a nice older man.
You probably want to learn everything that a home health aid learns. How to make porridge. Learn that.
Lima beans. Black eyed peas.
I feel like old niggas love some lima beans, some succotash. Make some succotash. I feel like that's the wildest shit you could ever have.
White rice. Gotcha. I got you, baby. Don't worry about it. I'll make you some collard greens. What else you need, baby?
Make that chicken extra sauce.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the house watching the Andy Griffith show. Reruns. Bitch been in syndication for 40 years.
Right. Same for this son every day. Why she gonna start showing up on Sundays singing the Golden Girls theme song and shit.
You thought worms was a myth.
Why? Don't be talking about me and my man, okay?
You and your motherfucking geriatric babe. We good. We good. You can have that, sweetie.
Nigga wearing some Nike Air Monarchs.
Old skin and his loose balls. Gross.
First of all, my older man is not going to look older.
Allegedly.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So you wake up one day and his hairline looks like the Omega sign.
Gotcha.
He's going to have a nice, strong hairline.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I hear you.
Allegedly. Right, you going to keep it? Oh, yeah, that's right, because you do them fucking fade weaves now. So, yeah. Gotcha. He going to have a nice hairline because I'm going to see that shit.
Nice, strong.
Because I'm going to glue that bitch on.
Anyways.
She do fade weaves, fellas.
Nigga, she going to come to the nigga house.
She take the class. Like, I feel like you took the class.
She going to come to the nigga house. He going to have that chair that you ride in to go up the stairs.
The Annabelle joint. You got an Annabelle joint, you got to ride up the stairs. That joint gonna always get stuck. It don't work unless he buckle the seatbelt. She gonna be like, I got you, baby. Clink, clink.
It's okay.
Doing his Suez.
That's okay. Me and my man, we gonna be going into business together and getting money together and having fun. Gumming that pussy up.
I know why you going into business with him, because he going to die in 2 years and you going to cop all that money.
She got a policy out of your old ass.
My goodness.
She about to Anna Nicole Smith your shit.
My goodness. All right. That's enough. Damn, nigga, damn. That's enough.
Oh, sorry you like senior citizens. Sorry.
They're not senior citizens. They're older, seasoned.
Gotcha. Do we get a discount on Denny's? Yes or no?
No. I'm talking about 35, 36, 37.
That's not old.
That's why y'all.
She like them niggas that get the 40% off at Denny's.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
you
what
ain't
I'm
slick.
saying.
That was
y'all
Veterans
say,
and shit. Veterans Day come around, they get 50%
like that
off.
Y'all the only ones who said that they was old like that. I'm talking about that 30, that 35, 37.
I feel like you have an exact age you want to put out there.
No,
I know.
No.
Like a certain birthday.
Right,
like,
a certain birthday.
Nah, I only talk to niggas August 12th, 1982. Those the niggas I'm talking to.
Maybe a certain occupation, location, demographic.
No, there's no specifics. I'm just throwing out there
Ideally.
ideally.
Interesting.
No specifics.
Ideally. I mean, I would love it if he was born on August 15th, but you know,
I only talk to East Coast niggas.
Who have...
What is it? One episode is West Coast, the next one is
exactly.
episode is East Coast. What the fuck?
You about to hit the Southwest, the Midwest? What you about to go to Florida? What you want to tour?
I got hoes
I can't.
in different area codes.
Hoes. Oh, my baritone went off.
No, it did not.
It was a fucking lie.
Okay, so speaking of relationships and my future man out there somewhere, God's gonna bring us together. Don't you even worry about that.
Gotcha.
I wish you could have seen your face. I'm sorry.
we gotta bring the GIFs back.
All right, cool. GIF, right? Yeah. If y'all hear kids in the background, that's our kids. So
I don't even hear the kids.
I hear the motherfuckers.
Shit, check on the kids.
I already know who kid is. I can differentiate if it's a break kid.
Just know it's none of my Jones. My Jones are 46.
Yo, 44. Seriously, we need an episode with all the kids on the show.
Yeah. It need to be 10 minutes and that's it.
Right, that gotta be a commercial.
You know, one thing that y'all said earlier before we started rolling and stuff is something that I get all the time. You know, everybody knows that I was in a long-term relationship for a long-ass time, you know, and things didn't work out. And, you know, everything's cool. But every time, you know, they be like, oh, you and such and such broke up. I'm like, yeah. They automatically assume that it's a cheating situation or some type of scandal.
Love that segue.
Why do you guys think that is?
Oh, you ain't get hit?
No. What?
That was a joke, y'all. That was a joke.
No. That's a good... I don't know. I feel like that's always... I think that's because it's such a prominent deal breaker for relationships that people just really don't... Like, you'd be surprised how many times you have a conversation on the timeline and you tell people that cheating is not the worst thing a nigga could do to you, and they're like, what is? Like, it's so much focus on that. You don't think about all the other shit that could go wrong in a fucking relationship. Yeah. Like, my last long-term relationship ended not due to cheating. I can't even say definitive. If he cheated, that nigga didn't get caught.
Right. Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, you didn't cheat. If you didn't get caught, you didn't cheat. So
shout out to you, my nigga. You ain't get caught.
We're not shouting that nigga out.
Exactly. Whose side is you on?
I didn't get caught either. It's like, no. No. I just
super vicious.
Shit. No, but I feel like that's automatically the go-to is people just automatically assume that that's what it was. Like, it's so much other issues that happen in relationships.
I'm one of those people, so I want to be honest and feel like people have told me like they broke up, and I'm like, oh damn, he was cheating. They're like, nah, because honestly, I feel like men, and we said this, men don't know how to break up. So it's like I feel like men suffer through silence, and they are willing to go through anything else. But a lot of men won't go. A lot of men do go through cheating. But I feel like if a man is going to break up with you, it would have to be because you were with another dude. Because anything else, like women verbally abuse us.
But I won't.
Some women are.
Yeah, some women are
physically.
Okay, yeah,
responsible.
That's true. Okay,
and then I'm thinking like, well, what else will make you break up with a woman?
She fucking sucks. That's why she's boring as shit. She's lame. She doesn't have any ambition. She doesn't want to do anything with herself. She's a bad mom. Her breath stinks.
No, look, I agree
with
that.
The cat is trash.
Yada.
Or got trash. It don't get wet no more.
And you know what men would do? Still stay with her and then cheat. Or just...
Well, I don't know. I know niggas who leave bitches for those reasons, so I guess it could go both ways. But I get what you mean.
And I'm just thinking the majority because I can't speak on your experiences, but just me being a man, I'm going to go out on a limb. Like, I have more male friends than you guys. And, like, niggas just be like, I'm here. We got a routine. It's comfort. I don't want to start over. That's like right. They kind of just deal with it now.
Women do it
too. Honestly though, like with my situation, I think that we were both unhappy within the relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I was the only one, but yeah.
Men don't. But like, no, hold on. But the thing is, men don't. And I'm just coming from men. Men, it's hard to critique women. It's really hard to.
Shit.
No, hold on. Hear me out.
Y'all critique the fuck out of women in the relationship.
But women
not
take
to us.
Hold on, yeah, that's. Hey,
I feel like they'll critique the fuck out of us to their mans, but I feel like a nigga never really tell you what's what. And I feel like, to be honest, in my personal experience, it'd be like pulling teeth. Like I have to ask for it, like, hey, and I'm that person who will be like, I mean, so how you feel right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? How you feel like you're good as far as you being fulfilled? Like how you feel?
Niggas don't be like, hey, you know what, babe, your feet job be stinking.
Oh, see, I don't do those types of things.
That's a little different.
Nah,
it's about relationship.
But like, you know what, babe, you be nagging the shit out of me sometimes.
Because I always say this though, women, and I'm just maybe not you guys because y'all are my two unicorns. Okay?
No, I ain't no unicorn.
No, I didn't. No,
I'm absolutely a fucking unicorn.
Thank
I own that
shit.
shit.
Look.
I'm job vicious.
Look.
Get that shit the fuck out of here. Right,
okay, women. Because I've been. Have y'all been in a relationship with a woman before?
No.
It's like,
So I have.
Fortunately for me, no.
When you bring something to a woman and say that you're unhappy, they're looking at you like, what? That can't be
it's like,
true.
but what about your crackhead ass mother?
You know,
you was happy with her.
That can't be true.
That's
like
true.
I'm
You're
giving
right
you,
about that.
I'm giving you all of me. There's nothing to me that needs to be fixed. So it's like then, well, why would I bring it up again? Because when you ask me to be, you ask me to communicate with you, be open about my emotions, then you just kind of like throw it to the side. So that's why men don't come to women with these things because and also it's like with anything, like you have to articulate. The delivery has to be different with women. You can't say like, yo, you getting fat. What's up with that? You have to kind of like when women can say, hey, yo.
I wouldn't say that though. So I mean, I feel like that could go either way. I feel like that's harsh, and I think that aesthetics and stuff like that people could take very personally, and it could be very offensive how you come at somebody. And I'm not big on necessarily sugarcoating shit, but you don't have to be cruel either. But for me, that's why I do the sweat check, man. If whatever you want to call it, like I just be checking in as far as like how you feel right now. What do you think about how things are going so far? You know what I'm saying? You good? Is there anything you feel like you lacking? Is any voice? I would rather just ask because I know that sometimes do have a hard time coming forth with that. So if I ask you and you fucking lie about it and then some shit come up down the line and it's like, you know, you had a window to air your grievances and you chose not to. But I'm going to put it out there because I know that it can be difficult. I'm not perfect. I'd like to think that I am because I feel like I'm pretty fucking bomb when I'm dealing with a nigga.
You perfect to me, y'all.
But it's always, you know, there can always be room for improvement or things to be different. Everybody's style is different.
A lot of women, especially women that are super attractive physically, take me as I am. I'm not fixing shit because I can go out here and go to one of these clubs and this and that and get like a ball.
You should be glad that you bagged a bitch like me.
Let's back up just 2 seconds.
Gotcha.
So I wanted to say something about that whole thing of like women not being able to be critiqued. And that is very true because a lot of times we get defensive because a lot of times women don't have to really address their character flaws. You know,
interpersonal issues.
And their personal issues that may be something having to do with their upbringing or their personal life that could be transferred into their relationship and stuff like that. And women, we can be like bitches, you know what I'm saying, in a relationship. And it could come from other things, you know, outside of it that we just not really monitoring because we not monitoring our mental like that. I had the luxury of, in my relationship, being like, you know, with the person that was like, nah, fuck that, I gotta tell you. And that helped me grow. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be, I ain't gonna lie, it did not start off that way because I got defensive as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning, but you have to, ladies, you got to like mature and you have to go ahead and accept. Maybe not every single thing they say is correct, but first listen to it and really look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, does this apply to me?
Well, he's giving you his perspective.
Yeah.
So whether it's something that's a part of you and your character and your personality, he's telling you how he perceives certain things that you do or say or whatever. So you got to put stock in that the same way you want him to put stock in your grievances when you bring it to him because he couldn't just be like, well, bitch, I'm vicious to these bitches. Like, fuck you mean?
Right.
And carry it. You got to put stock into that if he's telling you this is how you come off to me. Now, it could be an issue of him taking something out of context, or it could be an issue of you not conveying yourself properly.
Right.
You need to have that. You can't talk about it or clear it up if you never had a discussion. So yeah, you got to be willing to take one on the chin.
Like if a nigga be like, Hey, babe, why you hate white people? You can't get defensive. You gotta say, maybe I say supremacists on every show.
No, I would say, well, babe, I don't hate white people. I just hate white supremacists. And most white people happen to be white supremacists. Most white people tend to be white supremacists or be comfortable with the system of white supremacy. And it makes it hard having them around to replace the system with the system of justice. Babe.
Babe. That's funny. It should do the babe on it.
So don't bring them crackers around me, okay?
Them crackers.
Unless they ain't servicing us. Like, no, I'm just playing.
But
when you sick, what you eat?
Them crackers. I mean, they be Ritz crackers, though. I like the Latino joints.
I like the saltine joints.
I get the brown skin crackers. Get some cheese.
I just got over something and not a cracker in sight. I fuck around.
I get whole wheat crackers from the Amish market.
Nigga,
you always doing like some upper echelon shit.
It's not. That's just what they sell with the Cajun crab dip. It's right there. I don't feel like going to two stores to get
Upper Marlboro or Lord
Upper
joint?
Marlboro. I don't feel like going to get dip from one store and crackers from another.
How much is the Cajun?
You can get a small joint, maybe like 4 or 5. The big one is like 9. Yeah, I think Next time I go, I keep forgetting to go. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
We should make a group trip one day.
Don't forget this week. Yeah,
we should.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Those are the days they're open.
Damn, them niggas is lazy.
I mean, they come from like Pennsylvania or something. So
I thought they'd be at the street.
But they gotta like get the shit from Pennsylvania. They gotta like find it.
Let's go Saturday.
And they be driving on bikes and stuff too, so it might take them a long time.
These are not Mormons?
Journey be like, why they dress like the olden times?
The olden times.
She said, why is everybody dressed like the olden times? But their pizza slaps though.
No.
The best pizza ever.
So I've never been to that one. Do they got the pizza,
and the pretzel thing?
Yes.
They have stuffed pretzels. I don't know which. I know I always get the cheesesteak one. They got a cheesesteak stuff. Yeah.
Hey, black people, somebody out there learn how to do that shit.
Oh yeah,
shit.
Oh yeah, Sabrina going to go because
the Amish be chilling, man. They don't even got buttons. I'm cool with them, but that motherfucking strawberry lemonade go off. You hear me?
Gotcha. Too much sugar for
me. But no, I think that to kind of like I don't know. I ain't gonna say wrap that up.
Grow up, ladies.
I think that everybody you got to have that accountability and be able to take critique from your partner because if you want your relationship to work, you have to be willing to be open-minded and let them tell you what it is that they're not getting from you or what they see wrong, and stop taking everything on the chest because you think just because you look good, they're supposed to just deal with you. You have a shitty personality, bitch, and that's why you by yourself.
And don't take it as
these bitches do be having shitty personalities.
Don't feel attacked. Really, just look at it. Okay, am I annoying? Am I overbearing? Am I like really, really listen and try to apply and see if that actually applies, and then go from there?
Because from somebody with an amazing personality, I'm trying to tell you, dog. Like it's more like, oh my God, do I love you too much? Do I show you too much love? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Am I too great to you? Am I too like just wonderful to you as a man?
All right.
That's what I get. You know
Next topic.
Did y'all hear about the identical twins in Ohio who was valedictorian and salutatorian of their high school with the highest GPAs?
Dope.
2 black men, 2 black boys.
That's dope as shit.
Yeah, that was dope. That was it. I just wanted to let y'all know that.
Identical, so we figured they was the same gender, but. It's like,
it's okay.
Yes, black. I'm here for black excellence in academia and everything because that's the stories they never want to tell. When you got those black kids getting into 64 universities.
When students obtain that type of excellence, what do you feel about HBCUs? Do you feel like they should go to a historically black college?
I feel like you should go where you're going to get the best education for what it is you're trying to do.
I think that
I think we need to take over the Ivies too.
And I think that we should put our best talent in black shit and not outsource all of our best talent. So I think it's a HBCU for everything. So I think that I would prefer them go to HBCU.
I remember when Killer Mike was saying something. He said, "Man, it's funny because so many people be pro-black, but then you send your kids to a Catholic school."
Or whoever give you the most money.
I be feeling like, hey, look, let's make black excellence in academia so commonplace that it's not a fucking shock when you got black kids getting into all 8 Ivies. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck all them. I'm down for segregation.
I just feel like, but what I'm saying is, if that's what you want, if that's a long term goal of yours, I want it to be normalize that shit, because black people smart as fuck, and it shouldn't be oh my god, he got into all these. I don't even know, nobody bats a lash when the white kids do it.
I don't even know why that is the thing, because we have been the strides that we've made academically, we've done more than any other group in this entire country as far as have to be legally illiterate. To where we are today, nobody has made those academic jumps like we have. So it should be no shock.
But those barriers are still there in some degree. So it's like, fuck that. I support it either way. I feel like do what it is that whatever your goal is, or whatever it's going to be, like whatever your end game is, and you feel like it. Of course, I'm always going to ride with HBCUs, but I feel like
whatever your end game is.
End game. Oh my God, it's coming. But yeah, like I feel like you know what I'm saying? Ride your wave. Whatever it is you feel like is the best. Yeah, she's so lost.
Sabre be so lost.
You non-nerd.
She needs a fucking GPS.
That's why I need me a nice older man who will give me.
He wouldn't know shit either. He probably know the original Spider-Man.
Cleopatra and shit.
He probably know the original Spider-Man and shit, like the real nigga.
No, I'm not talking about that old. I'm talking about 35. You know,
he's like Bill Bixby.
Yeah, I know him. You didn't catch the end game.
38.
Insinuation is very disgusting.
I don't give a damn. That's why because my man won't give me hip.
That's your problem. Yeah, no, he probably ain't gonna know you. I feel like you gonna talk to a nigga who also don't know.
He be like, Instagram, what's this?
The Facebook. He probably called. Oh, you talking about when you was on the Facebook? You know how old people love to put the on shit.
What's your ASL?
My man gonna know.
You know what ASL is?
No. And he gonna tell me, okay? So don't even tell me, because I'm gonna say that for my man to be telling me stuff.
Oh my God, he gonna start. He just learned what memes are. Yeah. He call them memes.
Start sending you selfies out the shower with the Bluetooth in his ear.
Did you see that meme that was on the Facebook?
Y'all got my man fucked up.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Starter kit pictures. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
My man don't take selfies.
Gotcha.
Oh.
What do y'all feel about men taking selfies?
It depends.
Hold on. So, okay, it's a difference. Taking a selfie to send them to you personally, or taking a selfie and then putting them on, like, social media? I feel like selfies on social media is kind of like, send them to your girl is different, or your love interest or whatever. That's different.
I don't know if you felt like your fit was fucking it up today. Hey, by all means, post that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Why can't you get somebody just to take the picture?
If you by yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Wait till you get to
you
somebody.
got the fresh cut. But no, don't post your fresh cut. You got me fucked up. Don't Don't fucking post your fresh cut. That goes to my inbox. My inbox alone.
When you got a fire fit, you post that shit, right?
That's none of his business. I'm a woman. Double standards exist.
So when a nigga get a
but he get it first though.
No, but ladies.
He get it first. And he get the best angle and the best lighting.
Ladies, let me tell y'all.
They can't hear you. He gets the best angle, the best lighting, and he gets a selfie all to himself.
Ladies, when y'all look, I know this sound like crazy. Don't send your nigga a picture that you done sent everybody else. Even if it's a slight angle. No, some women don't get it. Even if it's a slight, like,
And you know how many times I only took the one fire joint and then I fuck around and send it to him, and now I'm devastated because I can't get my social media validation. You
can send it the next day. I mean, you can post it the next day.
Nah, it's
At least he got it first.
Once he get it, it's his. I can't post that. Post that. So then I gotta just go butt cheeks up the next day. It's like, no.
Yeah, I don't send anything that I can post online anyway. I mean, I don't post.
Those either because I definitely never.
Yeah, ladies,
send my butthole?
No, I don't want to see your butthole. You nasty fuck. What did you just say?
Why?
What the fuck? Is that the last topic? Cut this. Let's go.
I mean, damn.
I took a really vicious butthole picture. It looks so good. It was like fresh wags.
Get me another co-host. Get me a co-host.
It was like a fresh wax. It was all greased up. It was
sending your butthole.
Did you see the jump when they were like, they
is beyond the
butt
fuck
massages are like. They giving the women. I ain't no man. I need another co-host. Like you should. They be getting too physical in here.
Am I just like? Okay, so you that's wild to you.
You got lobbed
what? No.
Sending buttholes.
Oh no, but I'm just saying. She asked, "Did you want to see her?" Nah. Send me the butthole.
It looks just that good. That joint was just like.
Gotcha.
Jesus Christ.
Do y'all like getting your asses ate?
Yes.
And the joint was like.
Got you.
That's
So
what
women, okay, got you. Because I've heard some women say like,
I mean, I could take it or leave it, but I mean, if you're there, go ahead and knock yourself
it's not
out.
like a must. Like, soon as you,
I'm not sacrificing the front for the back, but I mean, if you're into both, by all means.
Got you, but it's extra credit.
Yeah.
On the book report. Okay, got you.
And if you don't mind being filmed, that's even greater. Like,
Oh wow. Okay, got you. Hey.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I think you have to be in a relationship to.
I try. You just got to do it on your phone. I tried to do that shit in the dark one time,
what's the
and all I
point?
ended up with 40 seconds of me moaning and no real footage. Like,
But what's the point?
So do y'all watch the videos after y'all?
yes.
Okay,
absolutely.
got you.
I don't do them.
Sucks for you.
Oh, you never recorded you and the guy that you were dealing with?
You never hacked off to your own porn?
Yeah. Well, hold on. First of
That's
all,
the best porn.
Right. You got to hack off to your own porn. Like, well, I got to
I have
X
to plead the
videos
fifth
when
on
I can go to
Got you. Okay.
we have to talk
my
about this all day.
videos. Like,
That
I'm not above, amateur iPhone porn. Sorry.
Are y'all? Would y'all ever do that to a man?
Do what? Like air him? Like what?
Get him.
Get
What?
What? The
Eat
heme?
his ass.
Oh fuck no!
Oh,
Y'all niggas
yeah.
butts be bushy. No, and plus, why do you have a butt? When did you get a butt?
What is? Can you get up off the mic?
Niggas got butts since when? That's news to me.
I'm hungry.
Wow, I thought y'all like lost those.
That
by the
made
time-
you hungry?
No.
I thought y'all lost y'all asses once y'all was potty trained. Y'all just don't have an
No,
ass.
since
no
I
more.
haven't eaten today.
Wow,
and I'm
and
not
that reminded
eating
you of
no-
your appetite. Cool.
I'm not
Got
eating no
you.
mad cheeks. That's wild as
Got
shit.
you,
No, I
man,
don't-
cheeks.
I can't.
All
do it.
right.
I like niggas with no butt.
That's Mrs. You want to see my butthole?
Oh,
Right. It's only room for one butt in a relationship. It's mine.
son, I'm about to.
All
So
right.
you don't
my
want to see
heart
my
hurts.
butthole, though.
My heart
You don't want to
hurts.
see it?
No, I don't actually.
Why not?
Well, because
It looks really good.
I'll take your
She
word
just got
for
that
it. I have a
wax.
wax.
She went
I
to-
got a
She
wax
got that
butthole
wax.
It's like
myself.
seriously. This joint looks. It look no.
If I wanted
nigga
to
was
see
like
a wax-
jokingly said, "Send me a butthole picture of you," but a buttwell picture. Buttwell, yes, buttwell. When you
that's
get
new terminology
home,
for me.
and I was like, like shut up, and I got home like.
How you do that? Because you got short limbs.
It was like a little bend over, a little foam
Gotcha.
between the.
Did you have to spray the cheeks?
No, they just do that by themselves. It's like not. It just kind of happened. I can't remember if I put a leg. Let me see. Did I put a leg up? I don't think I put a leg up.
See, nah.
I'll be back.
If I wanted to see a wax butthole, I will
Oh
take
my
a picture of
God,
my
that
own.
looks great. Oh my God.
Yeah, we are auditioning for another male co-host.
Dark skin, preferably.
I had to kiss
We
my
know.
own ass. Like, mwah.
A dark skin. I don't even care what type of
sounded
complexion.
Can we
so-
get a dark skin guy on here?
That joint is so.
Yeah, this
Beautiful.
energy, like they be just.
I know, that's wild.
The
there
estrogen
anything
is
else
crazy in here.
That y'all wanted to bring up?
Nah,
I thought it was
we was
some
gonna
type
end it
of-
with the buttholes.
I'm trying to see real quick. Was it something else? I feel like I'm leaving something out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Snatch on the bed or something.
Y'all going to Broccoli City?
Yeah. Are y'all going to the Roots picnic?
No. I don't be liking the Roots picnic. Their lineup's been like
The lineup's pretty
it's
decent.
Okay.
Actually.
Yeah, but
I wanted to go to Pharrell joint, but it sold out already. So
Lineup's pretty decent. Yeah, I wasn't fucking with Pharrell joint only because it's a 3-day joint. It's the same weekend as Broccoli City. Then I would have to not only like get tickets but also have like accommodations to stay down there. And the lineup
that would be
is
dope
not.
for all of.
but
It's
the-
better
no,
than Broccoli
no, the
City.
lineup is not that good for me all
The
consistently
day.
on one
I
day.
got you,
I want to
got you.
see a couple people from this day, and I
We
don't
need
want to
to
be there
take
for
a
the whole
group
weekend.
trip somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, we should.
Y'all not okay.
No,
y'all-
I'm down.
No, I'm saying right.
Like out of town somewhere, like
Yeah.
maybe like New York or some shit. You know, somewhere we all got plugs. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
All right.
We got plugs. Who got plugs in New York?
I got plugs.
Let's tell you.
All right. Bet.
You know what I'm saying? Do you got any plugs in New York?
I don't,
Sabrina,
but
you got any
I'm
plugs in New
certain
York?
someone else
I
does.
don't know nobody in New York for real.
Gotcha.
Actually, my homegirl Kendra, shout out to Kendra. She went to St. John, out there.
Okay, shout
I
out
like
St.
this
John.
lineup.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty decent.
Who is it? Y'all let the people know real quick.
Oh, it's her, 21 Savage, Lil Baby. The Joe Budden podcast will be there.
Oh, that's what, they do
Interesting.
podcasts at.
Oh, wow. At the Roots Picnic on Saturday, June
picnic?
1st. Interesting.
Do y'all watch the Joe Budden podcast?
Raphael Sadiq, The Reed, Queen Naja,
Oh my God,
City
love Raphael
Girls
Sadiq.
from the 305.
I seen Raphael Sadiq at the Birchmere, Virginia. Amazing show.
Oh my
Ari
God!
Lennox
Did they
is
do
going
Tony
to be
Tony
there.
Tony stuff?
Yes.
Oh my God!
He
I have
has.
to go
I
see
mean,
him.
No disrespect.
I know he
has
to.
to.
I just okay. Good.
This is actually a pretty.
One of my
decent
favorite
lineup.
songs is Anniversary. Like,
oh wow.
today
Should we go to that? Is that? Is
I
it
was
the
about
same?
to. Well, me and Teese and Amber were talking about going.
Gotcha.
Roots
Shout out to Teese.
Is that the same as Broccoli City?
Shout out to Teese and her camera.
No.
Oh, okay. Should we? You think we should do that?
What the fuck type of camera does she have?
iPhone X.
I told her like she is
All right,
like.
Lennox is gonna be there. I want to eat whipped cream. I've been.
Y'all trying to go or what?
Whipped cream.
I don't. You can't get. The tickets sold out.
What for the Roots?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not. Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
I was about to say we just was because I think Amber just got hers.
Oh, see now you gonna look.
All right, we gonna wrap the show because this is not good content right here. All right, thank y'all so much for watching.
Sorry,
thank you so
y'all.
much for listening. You might
distracted.
see us or you might not see us at the Roots Picnic. You definitely will see us at Broccoli City Festival.
Rest in peace, Nip.
Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. Condolences to his family and stuff like that. Kodak, watch your neck. Okay, because T.I. is not fucking around.
But T.I. ain't going to do shit. He 5'2".
Because Kodak definitely was like, yeah, clean that shit up. He was like, oh, what? I'm like, see, that's why them little Hellraiser spikes gonna get knocked off your little dumb ass.
But why
head.
even come to somebody like Kodak with some animosity? Like, why even come to him as if he gonna be like, oh, you right? Like, come on now. That's
because some niggas have like they feel like they're up here and you're down here, so they feel like, okay, that's a G check. You're gonna respect me, and I be trying to tell people. Some niggas don't care who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And clearly Kodak don't give a fuck about T.I.
And you definitely don't want no type of violent energy that's just not going to do anything for what you're trying to do.
What, yeah.
But yeah.
You've already documented it. Like, why leave a paper trail? Like, if anything happens to each one of them, like, okay.
Paper trail.
Oh, yeah.
You don't
know.
I'm the one who even acknowledged it.
What do you mean by paper trail?
His album, Paper Trail.
Okay.
I like, something. My man taught me that.
Okay, little rascals. Okay.
You know what? Bye, y'all.
So we'll see you next time on No Disclaimers Podcast. Fuck you niggas.
Hey, y'all.